What's up, y'all? Alright, so I was asked to make a beat that's a little bit happier than some of the normal stuff that I make. So as I was thinking happy stuff, I had this beat that came to my head. It was something like this. Boom, 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 boom. Can't do both the crash and that last note all at the same time, but I might use some compression there, which would be pretty fun. So let me make sure the other video is going here. Okay, cool. Here I have a launch key Mini. You can see that on the other screen somewhere here. And I'm using Ableton, as you can see on the screen in front of you. I just opened up a new session here. And yeah, so first, I don't know, maybe I'll start with, I'm just going to use some simple sounds today instead of spending a lot of time going through all of my sound banks. Maybe we'll just start with some bass. So I don't know how other people do it, but I just drop everything in fresh. I'll leave open one audio track just in case I feel like dropping stuff into that, dropping the audio clips into there. So anyway, got sound here already. Change the octave a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to get the BPM set up. My beat, I feel like 95, like something a little bit like hip-hop, but a little bit on the faster side. Should be sufficient for what I was trying to go for there. Also, you know, a lot of times I feel like happy, upbeat kind of all go together. So I'm just going to put in some drums here real quick. Just looking for just kind of like a regular, just like a regular kit. I've actually used this Bang Your Head kit before. I kind of like it, so. All right, so let me get these going a little bit. So I'm just going to draw in some simple stuff for now, and so probably something like that. So let's see how that sounds. Alright, that's cool for now. I'm just going to calm down that hi-hat a little bit. A little bit too in my face. And also I'm going to cut down, this kick right here is layered with some type of hi-hat. I'm just going to calm that down a little bit. So now the kick is a little bit more muffled. So again, the bass, what I'm going for is boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, 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 banner, 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 boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, 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 something like that. All right. I gotta re-trigger. Actually, just for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna bring in a different bass so you can kind of hear what's happening. Something with a little bit more of character to it. that one right there. So I'm going to swap that in. Something like that, I think. Nah. Start a little lower. There we go. Kind of sounds like Pink Panther a little bit. Cool. Alright, so now what we do is, I'm just trying to lay this down as best I can, although it's kind of fresh for me. I just threw that in there to kind of see where I'm at when I look at it. So, all right, so all right, actually, recording this video on the screen here is actually making my computer slow down a little bit, which is okay. Bam-a-dum, bam-a-dum. So what I really wanted was we'll just so what I'm going to do is now, because this this bass sound doesn't really sustain that well, so nah, I'm getting something else here. So I'm instead going to go over here to some other basses. That one may hold up there. We'll check it out. Yeah. So this one, just in case you're not familiar, as you can see here, this is an actual audio sample that's fed into a simpler, where instead these other sounds are just, they're just synthetically created. I mean, this sound may be synthetically created too, but it's an actual audio clip that's being triggered, so it takes up less memory too. I'll probably glitch less from recording this video because the computer is doing less work by calling upon this file that already exists. So let's listen with this one. Yeah, my timing's off on those last notes there, so I'm gonna watch it and see how I feel like changing it. Bump-a-dum, bump-a-dum. That's what I want. Bump-a-dum, bump-a-dum. So let's just watch. Bump-a-dum, bump-a-dum. So that means bump-a-dump, bump-a-dump. This one's off. I won't get into quantizing in this video, but quantizing basically, I'll just say real quick, if I were to highlight and set these start and end points, if I zoom in here, it would clean up the times that they start. But what happens with that too is you lose kind of the human feel, when you do that. This, if you keep it a little bit more natural, the way I played it on the keyboard, it would be more representative of if someone was actually slapping the bass, man. And it keeps the timing and the triggering of these samples more realistic sounding. So I think it was going the wrong way. Holy shit. So before, the way I actually recorded it, I changed the notes by accident. So first I need to zoom in here, make this better. Yes, okay. There we go. Bump-a-dum, bump-a-dum. See the weird colors. Oh, you can see the other video. Never mind. So I'm just going to leave it before I go adjusting all of the parameters here on this. Actually, maybe I'll brighten. And I'm going to set the attack right here, so that's going to actually like softly hit the bass in the very like moment the bass noise hits. It's going to, instead of it being like a flat wall, boom, like this, it's going to go whoom, like that. That's what the attack. I want a little bit more than that though. So it's just kind of like smooth right there. All right, we'll go back to the beat a little, work on that a little bit. So. Oops, I was on the wrong one, okay. So what's happening right now is since the bass hits at the same moment as the kick drum, Ableton's kind of picking one over the other, and it's actually not that consistent. So what I do for that is add compression onto the bass track. So we go here, add a compressor onto the bass track, do a drop down menu, side chain it, and then grab the audio from, so it's going to be looking for the audio to make decisions from channel 3 here, which is the Bang Your Head drum kit. And I only want it to be affected when the kick drum hits. So I'm going to set the equalizer for low frequencies. Maybe bring this up like a little bit. Actually, keep it where it was at, because the snare is not super high. So what would happen is it would grab pieces of the snare at that frequency also. And what we want to do is the threshold, we're going to squash it down, and you'll see when I hit play here, this is where the sound from whatever we're looking for from the drum kit, the sound's going to come here, and it's going to control the output of the bass. So if I keep it up, they're kind of mashing together. If I bring it down here, and now it's a cleaner way of the bass will dip like this when the kick drum hits, and it's using the processing to figure that out, and it's making sure that the bass only comes out where the kick is not. Some of these other, like the attack here and the ratio, they're gonna change the shape of how you squeeze the bass sound next to the kick drum that hits right here, like that. All right, so now we're gonna go back and work on the crash a little bit, and then we'll get into some instruments. So, oops, I keep doing that. I usually have the drum kit on the left side, so I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm used to. Okay. So first, gotta go back to. So we'll just add a standard. Oh, I already had that. Okay. I want something I can sharpen. So. I'm gonna use that crash in a second, definitely. Shaker. Shaker's good. Again, this isn't like, I would be working on this beat probably for a couple of hours. I'm trying to just rush through and skip some small stuff here, but we want to shorten this. I want this a little sharper on the front end, but this still just, see, when I bring this in right here, there's a flat edge. There's a flat edge right there, and I just don't want, I want to bring it in close, but I don't want the flat edge. So I'll shape it. I'll just cut that flat edge off by doing a little bit of a fade in. Where'd that go? So it's a little bit too long still. So I'm gonna shorten it and then taper off. There we go. So now, it's a little sharp. All right, and I think I want to layer, this is again the time consuming stuff, but I just want to layer. Yeah, this guy right here. I just want to layer this on top, so we don't need the guitar stab. Do we? No. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Hi-hat closed. So again, I'm just trying to make a decent, simple. That's what I want right there. I want another just open, right at the end there. Open bang, what does that sound like? That's good enough. Right there. Cool. And if you want to know, since I'm like, the processing is clipping a little bit right now, I'm going to up my sampling, and it's going to change the latency a little bit, but oops, it's going to prevent me from my computer kind of effing up a little bit. Bass is a little high. You probably can't hear that because I'm doing audio through the phone, unless QuickTime actually records the audio too, which would be cool. I guess it probably does. I just never screen recorded anything before, so Anyway, let's, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this clip that we just made, set the length, so boom, ba-dum, 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 boom, dum. So that would be 8. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So we're gonna copy all this. Just make sure first though. Alright, cool. So yeah, it was 8 hits, but 4 bars. Anyway. And that hi-hat open bang is just a little bit heavy. There we go. All right, so also when I thought about this beat, because I hear beats in my head, it's just how I work. You know, if I just think of like happy beat, boom, something just kind of like pops in. And as I was trying to fall asleep, the same day of thinking of the beat, I'll drop in a new instrument so I can start working on this while I'm talking about it. But I thought of something like this. I'll just play it real quick. Like something like that. The end part I just kind of ad-libbed. I don't remember how I thought of it, but let's just do something a little bit more natural since I'm kind of going for the organic style here. So I'll show a different way. Let's do I would like to do some kind of piano. I want something sharp because it's a fast, something like that. Something, it's like fast moving. Let's go down. That's actually pretty cool. All right, so what we'll do is we'll drop in a simpler, just bare bones. Go back to the sample here. And one thing I don't like about Ableton is that it just won't stay selected if you switch screens, but it does. Well, what I mean is you have to remove the search query to go back to like the regular simpler, and then you have to put the search query back in, and it is still highlighted, but you have to like go back to where its location is. Anyway, we're gonna drop the piano jiggy. We're still on a low octave. Something like that. We just need a little bit of sound character, a little bit of delay and reverb. The only thing I don't like about the standard default setting of the delay is that you are locked into 3/3 left and right. I kind of like to mix it up either 2/3 or 3/4. I think for what the effect I'm going with, I'm gonna go 3/4. Cool. And you can't really hear that right now. Well, maybe you can if QuickTime is recording audio, but the jumping back and forth is caused by a repeating with a delay of 3 on one side and 4 on another side. Anyway, so it's a little bit heavy though. They're kind of crossing over each other. And I don't remember the notes that we did. That's actually pretty cool. something like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of messing around here to show like how I start the process. I just realized the video is already going on 28 minutes, so that's kind of how I would do it. And then I would sit here for hours changing parameters on certain things. Like if I show you the piano, I might, you know, sharpen the front like I showed it before, set a little bit of an attack. I'll do this live so you can see the effect of. Can't really hear that, I'm sure, but sometimes I'll layer, so I'll do that real quick just to show like what that would look like. So I'll duplicate this, boom, go into here, zoom in so it's easier to grab, click here, select all, drop this all down an octave. I know there's an easier way to do this. I don't feel like searching on YouTube and watching someone else do it. I just did it, it's done. So anyway, so now this is layered for dual octaves. What I'll usually do is pull down the lower one,